Greetings to the HPW team. My name is Nelly Mvuni. I'm a planeteer who attended the HPW 23 workshop at Seoul Clarke. I'm currently doing my postgrad in supply chain and marketing at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Today I'm going to be giving you all a talk as to why South Africa is a special place to study Earth system science. From my understanding, Earth system science focuses on understanding how the Earth is changing and the consequence for life on Earth, which focuses on enabling predictions and mitigations of undesirable consequence. This involves studying the atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and geosphere from a global to a local point of view. Why should we study Earth system science in South Africa? Global changes, global warming, and climate change impacts have resulted in environmental security, which restricts energy consumption that maintains traditional economic development and wealth creation. In South Africa, the need to study Earth system science would enable South Africans to respond to environmental challenges through Earth system science. Looking at the climate of South Africa, South Africa is in the southern hemisphere of the continent. It experiences seasonal climates but enjoys at least 7 months of sunshine, with temperatures dropping in the winter months. Climate change is a key concern within South Africa. Mean annual temperatures have increased at least 1.5 times, thus posing a significant threat to the South Africans' water resource, food security, health infrastructure, as well as ecosystem services and their biodiversity. Looking at the ocean, South Africa has a coastline of 300 kilometers. This part of the African continent is located close to 3 oceans, namely the South Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Southern Ocean. South Africa is an interesting place to study the effects of climate change on the marine species. The west coast of South Africa is surrounded by the Cope-Benguela Current, which is nutrient-rich and consists of upwelling. Species can tolerate the cold water conditions and are found in large numbers. That's why they result in the basis of South Africa's commercial fisheries. On the east coast, the Agulhas Current brings warm water from the tropics, which is not rich in nutrients. This results in fish fauna being dominated by tropically warm water. A great variety of species are found along this coastline. The poor nutrients means that they do not occur in large numbers. Moving on to the geology. From my understanding, geologists study the history and evolution of the Earth. They look at how conditions of the Earth have changed over the years. The geological profile of South Africa shows that it is characterized by land masses which are very old. Through geology, one can better understand past climates and patterns that occur over time. In South Africa, the plateau is at the highest in its east. The land drops sharply to the coastal plain and forms the escarpments such as Drakensberg Mountain. It also forms mountains called the Cape Fold Mountains, which are 50 million years old. These land masses found in South Africa can allow monitoring of vegetation and the response to climate change. Studying the plateau can show how and why temperatures are increasing, which would be guided by the study of Earth system science. While looking at the biology of South Africa, it contains a high level of unique fauna and flora, including the global biodiversity hotspots, making it the third most biologically diverse country in the world. The diversity of South Africa comes with obligations to preserve the biodiversity. Thus, Earth system science can enable South Africans to better understand their biodiversity, reduce misuse of certain fauna and flora species, and mitigations could resolve extinction issues. Moving on to the culture. South African culture is one of the most diverse in the world, thus is called the Rainbow Nation. Originally, there were Aboriginal people, which were the Khoi and the San, which were interested in rock art and hunting. The Zulu culture is well known for its shield-bearing warriors and beadwork and their hats in KZN. Xhosa culture is well known for their complex dress code, which represents a person's social standing. We also have the Venda, the Ndebele, and the Shangani people. In South Africa, European settlers brought a different cultures such as Dutch, French, British, and German, which brought their own flavored mix. I hope I have convinced everyone that South Africa is indeed a special place to study Earth system science. Thank you.